What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all coming through. You know what it is. You know who it is. It's your man BG on the experimental tip again. We experimenting. I'm trying to get some things dialed in with my little streaming and A-roll setup. So shout out to everybody that's in the building. I see we got 2 current viewers. I'm back again experimenting with OBS, man, and this is something else. So I kind of just want to go live a little bit more often, but probably randomly. It'll be set up early. Like when I do know I'm going to go live, I'll set up a live and it'll have a time, and I'll try to be there on time, and like some topics in the title or whatever. But yeah, man. So let me know what y'all think, man. If you're in the building, put something in the chat. Let me know what's going on. I'm just gonna be wrapping it up, and I'm just trying to see basically, how everything holds up, how the camera holds up. They kind of overheated on me last time we did this. Last time I think the other day, me, RP3 Tech Reviews, we was experimenting on here, and my camera was overheating, but I actually reset all the camera settings because I think I had, you know how you start watching YouTube videos and start tinkering with some stuff, and then you mess stuff up. So since I reset the camera, it's been stable. So I want to see if I could get like a stable live stream and see if I could get 30 minutes an hour without this camera even giving me any heat warning like it normally do. I'm just hoping that it's back to regular operating standards or whatever. But yeah, shout out to D Walk in the chat. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm crisp and clear. I actually got my I'm a budget mic guy for right now, so I got my Fifine mic and my Fifine mic stand, and I got my Fifine audio DAC, and that's like operating with 48 volts of ghost or whatever, 48 volts of phantom power. So hopefully the microphone sound a little bit better. Hopefully I'm coming off a little bit more professional or whatever. But yeah, man, just coming through the chill, man. Like lunch hour tip. I got some time right now where I can just come through like midday and just chop it up. I know, it's not a lot of live streaming stuff going on midday because most people was busy. But like midday, I got like a little opening where I could just have this set up and just, sit in front of this thing and talk to the good people, man. Talk to the good people that follow my channel or whatever. So that's gonna be a thing that I do more. It's not gonna be an everyday thing, but it's gonna be a thing where y'all gonna get used to seeing me here going live a little bit more, and it won't be, it'll be mixy with the time, but I'm gonna probably keep it kind of early for real. Like I'm not really trying to be, I'm not late night, like late night I'm chilling or So we gonna see how this thing go, and I've been just working on my OBS skills, just trying to get learn all the tricks of the trade for real. But yeah, man. So we here. I think I might want to share this thing out. The audio, I gotta work on. Of course the background and the video being dialed in, but it's good enough. I'm decent right now. I'm digging it myself. It look cool enough. But yeah. So let's get to it, man. Let's talk about it. What do y'all think about Apple? Because I've really been seeing this whole Department of Justice thing play out, and I watched actually Marquez MKBHD do a video, his thoughts on Apple yesterday being illegal or being a monopoly. Because if you don't know, the Department of Justice, which is the United States government, they suing Apple. They suing Apple because basically, it's a lawsuit about Apple, like trying to create this monopoly by not having their products working with other products, more so, just locking down that ecosystem like Apple does. And, me, honestly, my personal tech use, I am, and I'm a user of all tech. Like I use Android and Apple. Shout out to Apple. I shoot a lot of my videos with an iPhone. Sometimes I'll step to a camera, but a lot of times I'm rocking with the iPhone. So of course, I respect what Apple do, and it's that workflow right there, iPhone, iPad, MacBook. That workflow is pure simplicity. but it's locked in. It's kind of hard to integrate other things. It's easy to, you shoot a video on your iPhone, boom, straight to iPad. But you shoot a video on your S24 Ultra, you might got to get a SD, a SD card or a SSD involved to transfer that video or whatever. So I understand kind of what the United States government is saying, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I kind of want this thing to be free and fair also. Like I don't want I don't want this to be a thing of companies can't compete, and when a company don't like what another company is doing, they actually start to use the government and get the government to possibly overreach, especially on something like in the United States, Apple is the thing. Now, outside of the United States, internationally, it's not the same playing stage. So it's just one of those things that I'm basically, like I kind of don't want the government to overreach, and I don't really feel like Apple got a monopoly. I feel like Apple is collectively just worked on what they had really hard to a degree, and because of that, they have advantages right now. And this is coming from somebody that you would consider a Samsung knight, a Samsung fanboy. I'm just being honest with you, because on the other side, I could see, it's just like on the other side, as far as Android goes, as far as Samsung, any device, I feel like Samsung or Android, whatever, haven't done enough. Like the whole green bubble, blue bubble thing. I don't care about green bubble, blue bubble, but what I do care about is last night I said, let me just do an experiment. I just did an experiment. I shot a 10-second video on my S24 Ultra. I shot it. I sent it to my Z Fold 5. Now, my S24 Ultra, I use Google Messages as my native text messaging app. The RCS, which is what? Rich Communication Standards, was supposed to be the best form of encrypted text messaging or whatever. I sent it from there to my Z Fold 5, which also has active RCS on Google Messages also. The video was only 10 seconds. Now, when I did that, it basically broke down my video went from 4K to like 420p, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. And I just feel like you can't fault folks, you can't fault Apple, you can't fault just a lot of stuff that's going on out here, man, because you can't fault Apple for just, finding their lane and just really digging in. Like, I'm not going to be mad at them for that. Like, I really need you. Like, I got these as two devices that's $1,300, $1,800. Why can't I send a video via text message? Why do I have to get other apps involved? Like, why is this not native stuff going on? But I don't know, man. We might have to do some. I'm gonna experiment with the reactions, guys. So y'all gotta bear with me here, man. Shout out to the two people that's in here, man. We might react to this video that I got over here in a minute. I'm gonna set it up. I got a little reaction screen. I'm trying to get into this OBS thing, man. But let me share this out. Let me share this little live out real quick and see if I can get some people to come up in here. And if you in here, share it. And if you in here, make sure you get subscribed, man. And if you in here, feel free to definitely interact, because that's what we all about here. That's why I'm here, to interact. Like, I really want to be more in tune with my following, with my subscribers on my channel. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the support. And I'm just trying, do a better job of being, a more complete, what do you want to call it? Content creator, YouTuber. I mean, whatever you want to call it, man. But I just know it's a lot of y'all that rock with me. I rock with y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through, checking me out. You know what I mean? On a good Monday morning, I said, I got some time. I'm going to do it, But anyway, if you in here, okay, so we got Alan in the building, of course. Team 100 in the building. I got to get some water. My voice already breaking up, but I'm live. I'm about to share this out. on. Let's share this out on the socials for real. Y'all talk amongst each other. What's going on with you, bro? I appreciate you coming through, Alan. We doing more testing, bro. We doing more testing. I appreciate you sharing that out. I just got that notification. I'm really trying to get OBS dialed in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get OBS dialed in for sure. We gonna get this thing right. But let me see if I could share this out and get a couple more folks in here just to see what type of reaction I'm getting. And this is not easy, man. Live streaming solo dolo, solo dolo. I miss the guys. I miss having the whole team 100. You know what I mean? Doing the thing or whatever. But I gotta try. I'm trying some different things. I gotta this midday thing. Everybody not available. A lot of people, but I be working from the crib, doing my thing from the crib. So I gotta be having some free time midday, and we gonna see what it's about. Okay. We posted that there. We're going to go to the Facebook. Also, if you're on Facebook, man, go ahead and check out the BG Tech Life Facebook page. Yo, okay, we got some fellas in the building, man. What's going on? Wavy, Jazzy, Jeff in the building. The tech gentleman in the building, man. I appreciate y'all for falling through, man. We about to take a look. We about to react, man. I feel like a real live YouTuber right now. We're going to react to some stuff. Hopefully everything work out. You know what I'm saying? Everything works out as I plan for it to work out. Let me know, I got the professionals in the building. Let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know how I'm looking, man, because we going to chop it up. I'm really trying to test this camera for real, but I'm just sharing everything out on my live just to see who come through, just to see if I get an audience. I'm trying to make my audience translate, We broke 8,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. You never know what's going to happen. But okay, let's go to the reaction screen. Main react. Boom. So there he is. There's the GOAT, MKBHD. So we're gonna take a look at this video. We're gonna kind of just react to it a little bit, man. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna just play a little bit. Let's see what he talking about. Let me know if y'all can hear him.
Lens, and my lens only works with.
If you can hear the video, put a 1 in the chat.
Vertical integration. Or if I build new headphones and my headphones only work with my cable, that's vertical integration. Now, if I build a new smartwatch and my smartwatch only works with my smartphone, be careful, that might be illegal. That's a bit of an oversimplification, but let's talk about it.
All right, so he just basically saying how it's cool when smartwatches or cameras work with certain things. No, he just said it's cool when your camera, like camera companies like Canon and Sony. Canon has certain lenses, RF lenses. Canon make the lenses specifically for their cameras, and that's okay. But now when we talking about cell phones and smartphones, now when they don't work with everything, all of a sudden is not okay. Little lower, but than you, but that's fine. Let me see if I turn it up a little bit more. All right. So let's moving on. Tell me if it get better, Alan.
So this is a developing story and will continue to develop for years, but I feel like it all comes down to something that I've at least noticed in talking to all these big companies, all these very public, multi-billion-dollar companies. They always have two reasons for any public-facing statement that they make. There's the reason for the public, and then there's the real reason. So there was just some news this past week of the U.S.
All right, let's just stop it right there. And this is basically the lawsuit that the Department of Justice, the federal government, is suing Apple. Justice Department sues Apple for monopolizing smartphone markets. They just not letting iPhones work with certain accessories, work with certain apps, work with messaging and things of that nature. Apple's broad-based exclusionary conduct makes it hard for Americans to switch smartphones, undermines innovation for apps, products, and services, and imposes extraordinary costs on developers, businesses, and consumers. So, that's basically the gist of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, hoodie gang, bro. Like my hair out. You know what I'm saying? I got a wild bush under here, but sometimes I just let my fro go because you know sometimes you gotta let it breathe and worry about the condition of your scalp and your moisturizer. You just can't have them tight braids in all the time. I gotta really take care of my hair because you know I'm pushing 40, so that you know it get tricky, and I ain't trying to get put in a trick bag. But yeah, so basically, Apple monopolizing the smartphone market by doing certain things, not letting folks be able to use iMessage, and it's a lot of stuff going on. Apple is really laughing in the face, especially in the United States. This is not a thing that's happening, worldwide. Internationally, Apple is not what it is in the United States. Apple got like 90 probably percent of the market share. I know this video got some statistics that I want to get to also. But like, what do y'all really think about this whole thing? Like, is Apple really a monopoly? Are they acting illegally? Should the government actually be diving into the situation, or should they be letting it go? Or is it government overreach?
Department of Justice suing Apple, saying that they are an illegally dominant. But worldwide, the iPhone
Hold
is
on.
at a
Now this is a wild
ridiculous
statistic right here. Wild statistic right. Oh yeah, but I appreciate that. I just had to buy like some peppermint oil and some what is it, pink moisturizer to keep it on a beam. But yeah, 87% of US teenagers own the iPhone. Like, and this is real facts. This is going on in my household. You know, like the children here, if kids, you know what I'm saying? My kids, if I ask them, okay, boom, I got the brand new newest S24 Ultra right here. You know, let's say that phone break. I got the S24 Ultra. Do you want this S24 Ultra, or do you want to use this iPhone 10, iPhone 8 Plus till your replacement phone come through a Shurion? They're gonna get on the iPhone 8 Plus over any Android. You could have a OnePlus open, Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, S24 Ultra, Xiaomi 14 Ultra. They do not care. And that's for everybody in my immediate family. They do not care about any Android at all. They would take the iPhone 6S over any Android. They do not want to be cut out of the ecosystem at any time, not at all. But it's like, this is the future. This is literally the future. This is how teenagers think. Teenagers don't even, it's very rare that you get teenagers that will even acknowledge other phones exist. Like, it's not like, okay, it's time for me to upgrade a phone, or my mother or father said they're going to buy me a phone. Now I have all these decisions. It's just like the latest iPhone. It's not even a thing. It's already the latest iPhone. That's it. It ain't nothing else in the store. You go to Verizon, you got Google over here, Samsung over there. You got everything, bruh. They like, nah. We need that. We need that good iPhone. It don't even matter. All right. So the tech gentleman says, I'll say when I switched to iPhone and asked other iPhone owners why they had an iPhone, 90% of them never said because the iPhone was good or better. Most of them said because iMessage. And I mean, that's a big thing. That's the way we communicate. Like, bruh, as much as we talk about iPhone or Apple adapting RCS later this year, I got RCS on all my Android phones. I can't send a video from my Android phone to another one of my Android phones without the quality dropping. So I'm just, as far as this rich communication standard, like I feel like Google and Android need to come up with something more native, a messenger that does better with video, pictures, all of that. And it's more interactive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you step to iMessage, you get iMessage games. You can send a 4K video from an iPhone to an iPhone. It's so many things that you can do, and it's like, make it, before we even talk about, mending with the Apple side, before we talking about messaging from an iPhone to an Android phone, can we collectively make messaging better on just Androids, period? Shut that down. But yeah, let's play this a little bit more. Let's get in a little bit more to this video.
Dominant. But worldwide, the iPhone is at about a 25% market share. So the
Hold on, I gotta get back to that market share. Look at this. iPhone shipments, a share of global market shipments from third quarter 2007 to 2023. So the market share is, but worldwide the iPhone is about 25. So worldwide the iPhone is about 25% of market share, but in this country, is just, you know what I mean? It's an insane amount. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's almost like a cult following in this country. So it's just that is weird. Like that make you think like as far as us as Americans, like what is it about? Is it about like a inclusivity thing? Is it about having like, yeah, I'm a part of a club? And in America, iMessage, Apple, iPhone, the Apple Store is an exclusive club. And like, but it's only exclusive to the people that's in the club, because me as a, you know, an avid Android user, but somebody that use iPhone also, I don't look at it like that. It's like, bro, everything, there's a lot of dope phones out here. There's a lot of expensive phones out here. There's a lot of phones with great features out here. There's a lot of innovative phones out here. There's folding phones out here. But it's just wild to see, just, you know, it's like you can't even explain how dope an Android phone is to somebody that's, and this is 90% of people under 25, like what's really like, yo, this Pixel, this computational photography is something else. This fold, I mean, just to be able to fold, and just Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and this power, having this gaming experience, they like, man, what? I got a PlayStation for that. So it's a little weird, man. Shout out to Tech Junkie 87 in the building. iMessage is huge here in America. For example, EU and other countries use WhatsApp, Messenger, etc. Yeah, like WhatsApp is, everybody that I know, I work with a lot of people from other countries, and WhatsApp is the thing. Like, they don't even care about iMessage. It's like, brother, we on WhatsApp. Yeah, Android is better than Apple. Android is just I feel like Android is like more for the curious mind. Telegram is the GOAT. And that's the one thing that I don't get, guys. Why don't Google actually get with like an iPhone? Oh, why don't Google get with, like a app? Like, why don't Google get with Beeper? Whatever Beeper did, they knew what they was doing. Get with Beeper, make a great native Google messaging app where we could send videos, we could do everything, and we don't even have to lean on things like Telegram. You know, like, I just want something native. It's cool to have all those other apps and all those messages and things for groups and, you know, all that type of stuff too. But why we just can't have something native? Like, you know, just to, like, as soon as I get my Android phone, there should be something on there where I'm communicating at a high level. But let's just look at a little bit more of this video, man, and see what my guy Marquez is talking about.
The iPhone is specifically trending towards a monopoly in the United States.
Right, so we know that. So basically, he's gonna break down what's illegal here. What the government sees as them doing the wrong thing.
Apple's ecosystem as a walled garden before. This could not be more true, right? There's this really, really nice, beautiful, luscious garden, and in the middle of that garden is the iPhone, and it has these really tall, thick walls all the way around it. So in an ideal world, right?
Exactly. It's too many messaging apps.
Product based on its merits,
appreciate work hard, travel well in the building. But
yeah, I like this one the best.
It's too many messaging apps, man. Like, nobody wants to do all of that. We kind of just need one clean Google Map. Like, I feel like back in the day when I first started streaming, shout out to Team 100, man. Shout out to the Android Stud. Shout out to Forbes. Shout out to RP3. Shout out to Alan Anthony. And shout out to the Android Stud. When we first started streaming, we was using Google Hangouts. And Google Hangouts was a really good app. Why couldn't they just, like, do more with Google Hangouts? Like, sometimes I hate how Google picks up projects and then shuts down projects, shuts down apps. Like, find something along those lines, like a Telegram, but just have like a text, you know, compartment or part of it. Like, you know, like with your Google, like with your Google login or your Gmail account. So maybe you could even have that account across different phones, because you know a lot of tech nerds, we got multiple phones. Today I might want to go outside with my V60. Tomorrow I might want to go outside with a Pixel 7 Pro. But shout out to Professor Tech Nerd in the building. Apple makes appliances. That's not a knock. The ease of use, ease of customer service, yeah, for sure. The Apple Store experience is definitely goated. We not like, especially Samsung. As much as I love Samsung, they not touching Apple when it comes to customer service. We're tech nerds, but Apple isn't made for us. Most people are looking for what works, plain and simple, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a great comment. That's a fact, man. And again, let me see. Okay, we can't. Can I share that? Okay, but shout out again to my man, the Tech Gentleman, for the $4.99 super chat. But let's play a little bit more of this.
To ever switch to anything else. So with this analogy again, it's really the walls of the garden that we have the issue with. So I'll do two examples. So take the Apple Watch, right? This is one of the examples in the Department of Justice's 88-page PDF that they've submitted. The iPhone and the Apple Watch work perfectly well together and only together. It's a feature, it's by design, that's how they are. So two parts of that are sketchy. One is the Apple Watch works really well with the iPhone in a way that no other smartwatch can. And two, the Apple Watch does not work with any other smartphone. So look, I don't think it's a surprise.
All right, so that's a fact. We know the Apple Watch is specifically for the iPhone. Now, one in the chat if you think the Apple Watch is okay working for specifically just iPhone. 2 in the chat if you think the Apple Watch should be working with iPhones and Android phones. Let me know what y'all think. Now, 1, if you think the Apple Watch should just be working with the iPhone, and that's cool, that's how Apple want to do it, that's how they rocking. Or 2, should the Apple Watch, because the Apple Watch Ultra is a dope smartwatch, should that be opened up for all the phones? Okay, so my man, Blakar, he says 2, so it should be opened up so you should be able to rock your Apple Watch with an Android. Shout out to my man Joshua Piat in the building. He rocked with us on the last stream. He say 1, just the iPhone. Work hard, travel well said, just the iPhone. Alan Anthony, you know, and I understand where he coming from, because he rocks a lot of different phones. He rock Android phones, things of that nature. But he was feeling that Apple Watch Ultra. So it's kind of like we definitely at a split. But at this point, do y'all really think that the government is overreaching? Now that's the thing that we gotta figure out. All right, so the Tech Gentleman says, so once you make it difficult for them to leave their phone, they don't care enough to put in the effort to learn a new phone. Okay, and Professor Tech Nerd says 1, because I want my personal health information only in one place. So it's, I guess we got, let me see, how many 2s? We got 1, 2, we got 2 2s, and then we got 1, 2, 3. We got more just iPhone only, but it's still kind of like down the middle because we only have 5 votes. So 3 for iPhone only. But I mean, it is what it is. I kind of feel like I'm like, bruh, like, if that's how they want to do it, if Apple want to just if Apple have a system strong enough where they can have a smartwatch that only has to support their phone, I mean, that's kind of like their business. You know what I'm saying? And Alan Anthony says, Mr. Phone Tech at Work says, can't use the Pixel Watch on the iPhone though. And that was a point made in this video, but nobody cares because it's not popular. Now, that's the part. Nobody cares because it's not popular. So I'm starting to feel like it's a little bit of government overreaching here. I feel like it's lobbying dollars behind this movement. Like, this is not pure, first of all, politicians are not tech nerds by far. If you watch anything that goes on at the Capitol, they are not, really informed on what's going on as far as tech, how to use tech, how things work. If you looked at those TikTok hearings, they like not the sharpest knife and fork in the drawer. But lobbying dollars, companies like Google, because you see they invested in the movement, best friends, where they got the Pixel talking to the iPhone, and they was trying to actually come at Apple about not supporting RCS. So when they got that far with it, and then the whole beeper thing happened, where beeper tried to reverse engineer what our message was. It worked, and immediately, boom, Apple shot it down. So it's companies with money, because Google has big money, and I'm sure they've paid some politicians to look into this. Politicians wasn't thinking about this. They didn't care about this. They probably all use iPhones anyway. But somebody came and said, listen, we got these dollars, and this is what we need y'all to lobby. We're going to put this money in y'all pocket, and y'all going to go ahead and y'all going to step to Apple just like the EU stepped to Apple. I don't know. It's possible, but yeah, that was a good point, Adam. He said that in the video. Can't use the Pixel Watch on the iPhone. Can use Pixel Watch on Samsung and vice versa. I mean, yeah, that's true, but I mean, you can't use it on the iPhone, so it's like, it's kind of like, it's not working. So should Google be making, an app on the app market or on the the Apple App Store, so you can use your Pixel Watch with your iPhone? Joshua P. I said they should focus more on the third-party watches working on both OSs along with messaging. I feel messaging should be smooth between all platforms. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. The tech gentleman says, the U.S. always slow to move on tech. They really just got to follow the EU. But the U.S. move, I feel like these sorry politicians really just move when somebody put that money in their pocket. When somebody get that donation. When somebody donate to their campaign fund, okay, now we ready to push the paperwork on Apple. I don't know. I'm not, I look at them with a grain of salt. This is the same as when they made Microsoft break up. True, they definitely did that. And let's hear a little bit more of what Marquez got to say. What time is we at 1:32? I want to get into another subject because somebody really let me down. But we're going to push forward with a little bit more of this video because it was really good. And it's just really good content to react to.
Is that when Apple built a watch, they gave it all kinds of integrations with the iPhone, so you can see them working perfectly together. You can see and dismiss your notifications.
Let's talk about these bubbles. Indicators
to people leaving this ecosystem once they get into it. So horribly with anything else. So that is a real
I want him to talk about the iMessage.
People leaving this ecosystem once they get into it. So another example is the whole blue bubbles and green bubbles thing that they do. I've already made an entire video about this dynamic. If you haven't already seen it, I'll leave a link with a like button below if you want to watch it. But basically today, when iPhones message other iPhones, they have tons of features and typing indicators and high-res media, and those are blue bubbles. And when they message Android phones, it falls back to SMS, which is slow, low-res, unencrypted trash.
So they broke that. I mean, we know
Apple just refuses to make
tries to break up the text messages between Android devices and Apple devices as much as possible.
He says this.
It's tough. Not to make it personal, but I can't send my mom certain videos, or she can't send me certain videos.
Oh, and so here it is.
Buy your mom an iPhone.
Now look at his face. He know what he doing. This man knows what he doing. This is it right here. Somebody need to screen grab this because bro is a maniac. You know what I mean? He's like, yes, I got you. You can't text your mother. And you have an iPhone, so now you have to buy her an iPhone. He just was like, he know that man is going to leave there and buy his mother an iPhone. And it's because of what he did with the, it's because of how he, how he kind of like, just cultivated our message to not work with Androids. And he's looking at a case study. He's looking at a case study in his face of how you would say his methodology is working. which is wild. But let me get back to these comments, man. All right, so this is yes, sir. This is definitely the same thing as the Microsoft breakup. There are apps in the Play Store, blue bubbles, that allow Android users to use iMessage if you have an app, bro. That they are janky, bro. And it's like I would never do that. I'm not into that. Like, if you really need iMessage that bad, I just go ahead and look, do what he said. Do what he said. You see why he's smiling? You know what he wants you to do. But for sure, tech gentlemen, they're winning because they make difficult to use any other products. They make it difficult to use any other products once you leave the ecosystem. Yes, sir, because there's people with 10 years of photos and videos of their family, information, notes on their iPhones that they don't know how in the world, even if they liked an Android phone, to get it from point A to point B. You know, they just locked into the point. It's like, why would I even try at this point? Like, why even, like, they can't even fathom all this information and stuff they got set up with Apple and removing themselves from Apple to anywhere else. Just the thought of it would make somebody need a nap. But, yeah, for sure, man. I see this guy's a maniac though, for sure. He's definitely a maniac. Look at the smile on his face. He's like, yes, it worked. You can't text your mother. It worked. You have to buy her an iPhone for Christmas. It worked. Like, yo, was a maniac, bro. It's crazy.
All right.
And this is so poetic, just because, you know, obviously he's got this smile of like, you
Look,
guys all know
even-
it's true. But also it goes back to what I said at the beginning, which is with any of these public-facing decisions, there's the answer that they give the public, and then there's the real reason. You know, originally iMessage was built back in the days where text messages were basically paid per text. Like every SMS cost money, hence the
Man,
green.
I'm
So
off of
iMessage
it,
would
man.
work
I'm
over the
off of
internet
it.
and be unlimited,
This
and it would
was
offer way
good,
more
but
people.
I need to know, right? Everybody that's in the chat right now, I definitely need to know. Hold on, let me go back to the right screen. Okay, we back. Can I get, okay, as far as the government getting involved with Apple, can I get if you think the government is overreaching, can I get a 1? And if you think the government is doing what they're supposed to do, can I get a 2? 1 for government overreach, 2 for no government overreach. They should be in Apple business like the EU. Because I need to know what people think. I'm kind of like on the fence. So we got a 2. They should be breaking up Apple. We got a 1. Okay. 2, no monopolies. I'm so like, bro, like I really like, I don't want to like, okay, if I built up this advantage with this company, then here come the government. But at the same time, like, I understand, like, you just can't go around just breaking stuff because, like me, I'm invested. I'm invested in the Apple ecosystem. I'm a perfect example. I'm invested in the Apple ecosystem, and I use multiple phones, but I'm invested. And let's say I just want my phones to work well together. I got 2 phones, and I want to send a video from one phone to another phone. Like, don't purposely inconvenience me, dog, because I want to, interact with another. That's my thing. To purposefully inconvenience somebody, like, oh, like, you just imagine somebody at Apple Park looking at everybody's text messages, and when you go to send a text message from an Android to an iPhone or an iPhone to an Android, they get some type of alert. You feel me? Like, they just get some type of alert, and there's a, it's like, no, make sure that video was the worst. Make sure that video was 180p. Make sure it take forever to come through. Make sure that it's a super green bubble so they'll never do it again. Matter of fact, and if it's a group chat, break up the whole group chat and mess it up and just have numbers jumbled everywhere. I feel like that's just how it feels when you text a Apple device and an Android device. It feel like just somebody just sitting there waiting to just mess everything up for no reason. But the tech gentleman said, if you're making money on U.S. citizens, you need to see the government. Oh, true, for sure. They making a lot of bread over here. you know. And it's like, you know, they but then they got to kick in, you know, they I'm sure they kicking in, but at the same time, like, other companies are like, yo, this is a monopoly. We need help. We need some milk. You know, Apple like, look, we done begged them to put RCS in the mix. Do y'all think RCS now? One in the chat. If you think when Apple adopts RCS is gonna make a difference. So one, if Apple RCS adoption gonna make a big difference in messaging, and two, if it's not gonna make a big difference in messaging. One of it, if RCS from Apple gonna make a big difference, or two, it's not gonna make a difference because they're gonna chop it up the best way that they can. Like, what do y'all think about that? When Apple finally adopts RCS, like what will we really get out of that? Like, will it be only encryption that we don't see? Yeah, I feel like they're gonna make the worst RCS experience ever. But already, like, the experience, like I said, even if you text an Android phone RCS, you can't even send a video. You know? Oh yeah, purple bubble is wild. Now if they change it to a more disrespectful color, that'd be wild. They'll find a way to keep peasants for non-Apple products. Yeah, they're going to identify you. They still going to identify you. Still going to be profiled. You still definitely going to be profiled. You're a peasant. You got a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra, and you still a peasant. Shout out to my man Mike in the building. What's going on? Simply a device, man. All these, there's a lot of great. I appreciate everybody for coming through. It's definitely a lot of great creators in the building. The Tech Gentleman, phone tech at work for sure. We got the Tech Junkie 87 in the building. I believe he's definitely a creator. And Mike from Simply a Device. My guys in the building, appreciate you for coming through. Mike says RCS is gonna be nerfed on iPhone. Yeah, it's gonna be nerfed like crazy. You know what I mean? Definitely down bad. But goodness gracious. Now, I kind of want to switch it up a little bit because, you know, we done talked about it and we done had it out and we done all came to the same conclusion. Now, if you familiar with, what do y'all think? Is anybody familiar with rap and J. Cole and Kendrick and the things that's going on right now? Is anybody familiar with that? Like, I just kind of want to pivot off the tech for a minute. We done did 40 minutes straight tech. I'm going to go to the top of the hour. We're going to go till 2 o'clock, and then I'm going to shut it down and grab some lunch. But y'all familiar with that? You know, was that crazy to y'all? This whole Kendrick, K. Dot, this is J. Cole. J. Cole drops an album, this is K. Dot, and then J. Cole just apologizes. Like, I just felt like I needed to talk about that to somebody. Like, I hope somebody, like, we need to really talk about that. Like, that was really on my mind today because I was really looking for that. Kendrick will pull an Apple and make J. Cole a green bubble. And that's what it seems like, you know. That's what it seems like, and it seems like it's this whole, like, you know what right now, like, as far as the culture and just as far as everything, what I don't like right now and what I really got a lot of respect for, because it's like, you know, as far as, like, you know, rap, hip hop, things of that nature, a good battle, like a good clean battle is like a great thing. Like, I was excited because I'm like, okay, now they lyrically sparring. They're going to spar back and forth. I don't think it's going to be no violence behind this. I don't think it's going to be nothing crazy, but it's just going to be some good lyrics, some shots being taken back and forth, which is always good for the culture. It's good for the blogs. It's good for the creator economy because we could talk about it like we talking about it now. But to sit there and diss somebody that dissed you and then apologize, like, that was wild. Like, you know, like, we always talk about the big three. What is it? Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake. But it's like, you've literally removed yourself from the big three. And I'm just tired of all this. Everybody need to be friends. I feel like kind of like, I mean, I'm not the biggest sports guy, but I feel like it's some type of LeBron syndrome where everybody need to be friends. When LeBron, he didn't start it, but he engaged in it. All the good players got to get on the same team and win the championship. Now, all of a sudden, all the good rappers, they can't even go back and forth no more. They got to apologize to each other and hold hands. It's like nobody is willing. The only people that's competing right now and I'm not even a big sports guy, but it's like the women's collegiate basketball. I respect them because I'm not even going to say like they had any beef or anything like that, but I'm just saying like they really have been competing with each other, going like they not linking up. Even now, as far as like a lot of men's collegiate sports, they in transfer portals and trying to get NIL money, but these women is just teaming up with their team and they go and they handling their business, doing what they got to do to try to win, to try to be the champion. Everybody just want to be cool, and everybody want to be like, oh yeah, we all friends, we the champion. Let me see. All right, boom. So Kendrick hit him up after Big 3. Yeah, it's just Big. And come on now, bruh. You say that to me, and then I dish you, and then I go think about it and apologize. Something not right with my soul. I can't sleep. Like that's wild. Good to see you on that. Yeah, I appreciate you coming through, man. It feel good to be, doing a little live. I wanted to try it out. We invest so much in some of this stuff and then don't even use it. So I'm like, man, I'm going to really put some of this stuff to use, man, and, try to be more in touch with my audience. I appreciate y'all coming through. LeBron started this crap. Kobe was an assassin. Didn't like any, exactly. Mamba mentality, for sure. Look at Fat Joe and 50. Those two went at each other neck, and then after it was all said and done, they became cool with each other. Yeah, but you can't, right? Exactly. Like, y'all go ahead and have that sparring, and then y'all have a mutual, y'all have a mutual respect. Listen, if I dish you on a record, then you diss me, then apologize to me. So you done add me out, said you ain't like my albums, this, that, and the third, then you want to apologize to me. Guess what? I don't have no respect for you no more. I'm your father now. Your father, your real father, your biological father could take a break because I'm your father. I own you. At this point, I might be your grandfather. I might be your father's father at this point. You know what I mean? Man, I'm still waiting for the next Public Enemy and KRS-One, man. You're going to have to wait a long time for that one, my guy. But yeah, that was just wild to me, bro. Like, that was really wild to me. Now, I just wanted to speak on that. You know what I mean? This is, of course, we tech influencers. We into the tech thing. But I just thought that was crazy. Now, we on the dawn of Google I.O. in May. Google I.O. is happening. And we might get a Pixel. What do y'all think about the Pixel 8a being $549 and this being the A-series budget device? Because I remember the days when we had the Pixel 4a for $349. Why are we trying to sell a budget device that costs mid-range money? And you got a mid-range device already that costs about the same thing. I need a cheap Pixel 8a. Like, what's going on here? What do y'all think about that? At this point, it's like, bruh, I might as well skip the Pixel 8a and just wait for the new design of the Pixel 9. Pixel needs to be with exactly. Pixel need an A series that's around $350, $400, just like the Nothing 2A. That's a budget device. That's a budget. You feel me? Like I'm just like, bruh, we getting out of, you know what I mean? I got the 7A. $499 was out of pocket. $499 was kind of out of pocket. I didn't say too much because it do go on sale, but $499 is out of pocket. Samsung need a Ultra Z Fold instead of a budget foldable. Bruh, what Samsung need to do is put a freaking S Pen in the foldable. You know what I'm saying? Number one, they need to put the S Pen in the foldable because I can't find my S Pen for my Fold right now. My S Pen from my Ultra don't work with it. They need to put a S Pen on the foldable, my guy, because it's like inside the foldable. If you're gonna, that was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like it was hypocrisy for me to sit there and watch these renders of a wider Fold 6. You're gonna give us a wider Fold 6, a bigger Fold 6, and then negate putting the S Pen inside of there. We don't get no rumors of the S Pen. That's insane. Like, I'm at this point, you're gonna keep giving us the 50 megapixel sensor. You're not gonna give us the big sensor. You're not gonna give us the telephotos that's in the S24 Ultra. At least put the pen in there, dog, so I can have the pen on me and really, that's my productivity device. And I want to keep the pen at all times. I hate these big clunky, put the S Pen in the case, like the cases that you put the S Pen in. I mean, I'm just not into them big rugged cases. Like, for real, like, here go my, matter of fact, we got that, I got it right here. This is how I like to rock. This how I like to rock my, excuse the, I don't know what that is, grease, but this is how I like to rock my Fold 5. Nothing on there. Just a aramid fiber case from Pataka. Shout out to Pataka. I like this. I don't like them big protective cases. The Fold 5 feels like real slick with this type of setup. And my S Pen, well, put the S Pen in my pocket, put it in my wallet. But I gotta carry a bag just to put the S Pen in. Like, bruh, like, put it in the phone. Give us the big camera sensor because we paying the top dollar and call it a day. You do everything that everybody else want. It's like, bruh, like, I understand that, a lot of people favor the wider foldables. I understand that. That's cool. Samsung got a candy bar style foldable. So they instead of Samsung doing their own thing, they follow and just widen it up like it's a OnePlus Open. Don't do nothing else. Just make it wider, like the OnePlus Open. So you got the same phone as the OnePlus Open. The thing that's been special about Samsung phones, like the Ultra, is that we have an S Pen inside the device. You know what I'm saying? That's what's good about I like having an S Pen. That's what most people that buy the big body Samsung phones is looking for. So that just, let me chill out, man, because it's crazy. We need the S Pen charging brick. We need the S Pen charging brick, AKG Type C headphones, and the case. And you get because, bro, I really can't wait till we need more Android devices over here, but the market is already so broken over here, so overwhelmed or just so strongly Apple. But it's like, bruh, for all of this money that you charging, you ain't giving us nothing that we want. Every year, people's been saying S Pen in the device for every year. You charging us $1,900 for these devices, and the box don't have. It ain't even a good unboxing, bro. I ain't had a good. My last good unboxing was the OnePlus 11. It's a nice big box. It's a presentable box, nice red box. You open it up, you get a cable that matches the adapter. You got a charging brick. I mean, it's just like, man, I'm not going foldable this year. As far as Z Fold 6, if they don't do anything, if they just widen it, that's not even what I really want, honestly. I like the slim little one-handed demonstration. That's cool. The whole diameter or whatever you want to call it, the whole form factor of the Fold 5. I really like the Fold 5. I really like the performance. I like the battery life. I like Samsung One UI, honestly. Like, a lot of people may not like Samsung One UI, but me personally, I like the One UI. And I just, like, bro, like, I just feel crazy that they don't put that, like, they don't have a nice slick S Pen silo, but they done made a bigger device. Like, what is it? Because it's going to cost y'all that much more money? That's why y'all can't put it in there? That's why we can't get a nice telephoto sensor or 200 megapixel sensor? Like, how much are we gonna have to pay for that? We're gonna have to come out, what, $2,100, $2,200 for that? Like, at some point, this technology has to get cheaper. Like, just like when flat screen TVs came out, they was expensive as hell. Now you can go get a flat screen TV for $99 because historically technology get cheaper as you use it. But it's like, man, they don't want to give you a damn break. But yeah, all right. So that was just, that's my thing. But the Pixel 8a is crazy. Got to go back to work. Peace, BG. I appreciate you coming through, Mike. I'm sorry I didn't read your comment in time. I hope your work day goes well. We need the pen and the charging brick, especially. Yeah, exactly. We need all that. I agree. Go get an internal S Pen slot on the fold. My cousin has the Fold 5 with the S Pen holder on the back. He said the pen will fall off even. But exactly. Trash. You know what I'm saying? But oh yeah, because I mean that's my thing. One UI has come a long way. Oh, TouchWiz was terrible. TouchWiz was. I remember back when they had TouchWiz, man. I was still in the rooting, so I would root my device so I could put other software on there, and they had like ROMs that was like stock Android ROMs or just like really cleaned up TouchWiz ROMs and stuff like that. It was a ROM called Clean ROM, but it was TouchWiz, but like really cleaned up. Like, it was we definitely came. One UI is a long way from TouchWiz for sure. But OnePlus 7T Pro was my last good unboxing. Yeah, that was a dope phone. And great presentation and a beautiful device, man. Like I remember, I'm not exactly sure, but the OnePlus 7 Pro, I had one of them, but I always wanted the McLaren edition. Even some years later, I was thinking about buying the McLaren edition one because I just felt like that was just like, I like limited exclusive stuff, And I think that was just a dope, design. That was a dope idea for real. But for sure, man, like I don't understand why Google won't just go ahead and do the Pixel 8a at a good price point. Keep the Tensor, keep the Tensor G2, and you know what I mean. Give us maybe I don't know, but just do something. Make a budget device, because $549 for a Pixel is not a budget device, especially when your mid-ranger is already close to that price point. But I don't know, so I'm thinking about, I see these flat designs. One thing that's really catching my eye is the Pixel 9 Pro, because I'm a fan of like the Pro devices. Like I got my 14 Pro here. I'm a fan of these Pro devices that, like Apple has the Pro and then they got the Pro Max. I like the compact Pro devices. Like I like compact, powerful devices. Like I have interest in those type of devices. Like I'd never bought one because it was too small, but I really like what Asus did with their device. I can't remember the exact name of the device. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, but Asus had a couple, they had a device that was really small, but then it got big this year. What was the name of that device? Somebody please put it in the chat because I can't think of the name, but Asus had they had a device and it was really compact, but it had a nice Snapdragon and it was pretty cool. And I think Marquez Brownlee did a review on it. It was a dope device, but it was just too small. But I like compact, powerful devices, like a device that's compact, great processor, dialed in camera. I call it like a little, pocket rocket. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely no Diddy. You heard me. But for sure, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. What do y'all think? So like if you still, the Zenfone, I like smaller phones, but like to me small is like 6.1. I think that was 5.8. I don't think I could have did it, bro. For real. I don't think I could have no Diddy. I don't think I could have did 5.8. But for sure. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna try to come, midday and do some stuff, talk about some topics, or keep this thing going, man. We're gonna call it tapping in with BG, man. Gotta get back to work. Exactly. This is the lunchtime things. Check out the clips, man. If you have, listen, bro, I'm not messing with it. Last time I looked at it in the clips, man, I end up at America's Best buying 2 for $69.99. No Diddy. But a lot of people like it because they could use it. Exactly. Just like we use the Fold 5, but it don't have that spin in it. But shout out to everybody that came through. We just reached the hour. Man, Uno, nice. You just getting in the building, man. We about to get out of here. I appreciate everybody that came through, man. It was a great conversation. A little lunch hour, tap in with your guy BG Tech Life. If you're not subscribed, man, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, please. I would really appreciate it. We try and get to 10,000 subscribers this year, man. We just breaking 8. We try and get to 10. I like the tech thing. I like what the direction my channel is going. I definitely got the passion. So let's just keep this thing going, man. It's your boy BG, and I'm out. Peace.